Their first look at a human warship made an alien fleet freeze. On board, the crew moved with calm purpose, each person focused on their task, but aware that every moment might bring something unexpected. Captain Ethan Hayes stood on the bridge, his eyes scanning the empty void ahead. He was a man in his late 30s, tall, with a steady presence that seemed to make those around him feel safer. "Commander Hayes, we are approaching the uncharted sector," reported Jason Cole, the tactical officer. His voice was calm, but there was a hint of excitement. Jason was younger than Ethan, with sharp eyes that missed nothing. He leaned over the console, pointing at a flickering holographic map. "Uncharted means unknown," Ethan said slowly, a small smile crossing his face. "That's exactly why we are here. Keep your eyes open." Engineer Lily Brooks was crouched over a panel nearby, her fingers flying across controls, adjusting energy flows and scanning for anomalies. She was brilliant, the kind of engineer who could fix almost anything in seconds, but she had a quiet, thoughtful nature. Beside her, communications specialist Mia Grant monitored incoming signals, her headset resting neatly over her short hair. She tapped buttons and watched the screens, noting that the sector was unusually silent. For weeks, the humans had followed a faint signal coming from deep space. Nobody knew where it originated. The star charts didn't show anything, and previous exploration reports had never mentioned anything in this region. Now, the ship had arrived. Suddenly, the silence was broken by the bridge sensors. A blinking red light drew everyone's attention. "Captain," Jason said, pointing at the screen. "We are not alone." Ethan leaned forward. "Show me." The main screen shifted to reveal dozens of small dots moving toward the human ship. The dots spread out, forming lines, then more lines, until the sensors displayed a full fleet. The shapes were alien, unfamiliar, with sharp angles and glowing cores. The humans had never seen anything like it. "Estimate their numbers," Ethan said calmly. Jason tapped at the console. "Too many to count quickly. At least 60 ships, probably more. They are moving fast, Captain. They are not just scouting. They are surrounding us." Lily's eyes widened. "Do they look hostile?" "They might be," Ethan said, watching the display. "Or they might just be curious. We will know soon enough." Mia leaned closer to her console, her fingers hovering over the communication controls. "I can try to send a peaceful signal. Maybe they will respond before they attack." Ethan nodded. "Do it. Keep it simple. Identify ourselves and say we mean no harm." Mia's hands moved quickly. A calm, clear voice flowed through space. "This is the human exploration vessel Horizon. We come in peace. We do not intend to threaten. We request communication." For a moment, there was no response. The fleet continued moving closer, forming a perfect semicircle around the human ship. Then, suddenly, the aliens responded, but not in words. Their ships adjusted positions, pulsing light from their cores. The energy emitted was strange and alien, not harmful yet, but powerful enough to make the human sensors register spikes. Jason frowned. "They are scanning us. They know we are here. They are assessing us." Ethan watched quietly, his hands resting lightly on the railing of the bridge. "Do not panic. Observation does not equal attack. Let's see what they do next." The human crew had trained for encounters like this, but nothing had prepared them for the sight that was about to appear. One by one, the lead ships of the alien fleet came into visual range. The main screen switched from sensor readouts to optical imagery, and the crew could see the ships in all their alien design. The hulls were jagged, covered with glowing lines that pulsed in patterns humans had never seen. They radiated power, but more than that, they looked alive, like the ships themselves were thinking, moving with awareness. And then, from the very center of the fleet, a single larger ship appeared. It was enormous, easily 5 times the size of the Horizon, with multiple layers and what looked like a command bridge protruding at the top. It glowed brighter than the others, and its presence seemed to dominate the fleet. Ethan felt a chill run through him. Not fear exactly, he had faced dangers before, but awe. "Whatever this is," he said softly, "it's not just a warship, it's something else entirely." Jason muttered under his breath, "It's terrifying." Lily shook her head. "Terrifying doesn't even cover it. Look at the way it moves, like it's thinking." The alien ship stopped moving, hovering in place. Ethan noticed the subtle changes in their formation. They were not attacking, they were watching. The larger ship remained at the center, its glowing core pulsing slowly. Then Ethan realized something strange. The aliens weren't just observing, they were frozen, almost paralyzed by the sight of the human ship. He looked at his crew. Do you see that? Mia's eyes widened. They're not moving. It's like they don't know what to do. Jason adjusted the sensors. It's true, every single one of their ships just froze in position. No weapons fired, no maneuvers. They're stuck. Ethan's mind raced. Why would a fleet this large, with weapons and speed far beyond ours, freeze like this? Lily leaned over, studying the alien signals. I think they've never seen anything like us before. Maybe they weren't expecting a ship designed this way. Something about it intimidates them. Ethan nodded slowly. That's right. This is the moment we've trained for. They underestimate us. They think they are the strongest, but they've never met humans like us. For the next few minutes, the bridge was quiet except for the low hum of the ship. Each human watched as the alien fleet remained motionless, like statues suspended in space. Even from their sensors, they could feel the tension in the alien formation, as if the ships themselves were reconsidering their mission. Finally, Ethan broke the silence. We need to stay calm and show them we are not a threat, but we also need to make sure they understand we are not weak. Let's keep shields active and be ready, but no sudden moves. Show discipline. Jason nodded. Understood, Captain. All systems ready. Lily adjusted the energy flow to the main hull. Shields at maximum, engines primed. We're ready for anything. Mia's hands hovered over the communication console. I'll keep trying to reach them. Maybe if they understand our intentions, they'll respond. Ethan looked at the screens, studying the frozen alien ships. Remember this moment, he said quietly. This is the first time humans have shown themselves in this sector. How we act now will define how they see us forever. The crew nodded. They knew that one mistake could trigger an attack, but they also knew that humans had something unique, something no alien could replicate. Ingenuity, courage, and calm under pressure. Minutes passed, and then slowly, ever so slowly, the largest alien ship moved slightly, like a giant breathing. Its pulsing core glowed brighter, and a wave of energy rippled outward. The smaller ships reacted, but still cautiously. They were curious now, no longer frozen by fear, but still wary. Ethan exhaled slowly. They're watching, they're learning. That's exactly what we want. Let's not give them reason to attack. Let them see what humans can do without firing a shot. Lily smiled faintly. And if they try anything, we're ready. The human crew knew this encounter was only the beginning. Somewhere in the dark reaches of space, a powerful alien fleet was taking its first real look at humans. And for the first time, they were uncertain, afraid even of what might come next. Ethan watched the alien formation and felt a strange sense of pride. They think they are powerful, he said softly. They have never met us. They are about to learn that humans are not to be underestimated. And in the silence of space, the human ship continued forward, steady and unafraid, its crew ready for whatever would come. The first encounter had begun, and already it was clear. The humans were not the ones to fear. The alien fleet remained frozen in space, their ships pulsing faintly as if they were alive. On board the human warship, Horizon, the crew watched carefully, waiting for any sign of movement. Captain Ethan Hayes stood at the center of the bridge, his calm presence steadying everyone. He knew that patience was just as powerful as weapons in these situations. Jason Cole, the tactical officer, leaned over the console, tapping furiously at the controls. Captain, I'm not sure they understand our message yet. Their formation hasn't changed, but their energy pulses are fluctuating. Ethan nodded slowly. That means they are analyzing us. They are cautious but curious. We need to show them we are reasonable without looking weak. Engineer Lily Brooks adjusted the ship's shields, making tiny shifts to test how the aliens would respond. I can feel their energy patterns. It's like they are studying our every move. They are trying to understand what we are made of. Mia Grant, the communications specialist, was sending continuous signals. I'm keeping the message simple. We are explorers. We come in peace. We do not intend to attack. I hope they can understand that. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours. The crew of Horizon remained vigilant, their eyes never leaving the screens. Outside, the alien ships hovered silently, their lights pulsing in patterns that no human had ever seen. It was both beautiful and terrifying. Suddenly, a new signal appeared on the communication console. It was unlike any code humans had encountered. Mia's eyes widened as she tried to decode it. Captain, they are responding, but I don't recognize the language or the pattern. Ethan stepped closer, looking at the display. Do your best, Mia. Even if we don't understand the words, we can learn from the way they send them. Mia nodded and worked quickly, her fingers moving across the keys. After a few minutes, she looked up, her face showing a mix of surprise and excitement. It's not words exactly. It's a pattern, like they are trying to communicate through energy pulses. I think they are trying to talk to us in a way we can sense, not just hear. Jason frowned. So they are using the ships themselves to communicate? That's clever, Lily smiled. And it's intimidating. Even without weapons, it feels like they are speaking directly to us, like they are testing our minds. Ethan nodded. Good, keep analyzing. Let's respond in the simplest way we can. Show them our intent without giving away everything about our ship. Mia sent a series of energy pulses from the horizon, mimicking the aliens' patterns. The response was almost immediate. The fleet shifted slightly, moving in a slow circle around the human ship. The energy pulses intensified, forming new patterns, as if the aliens were impressed with the humans' ability to respond. Jason leaned back, impressed. They actually recognized our signals. That's unexpected. Ethan's eyes narrowed thoughtfully. It's more than recognition. They are evaluating us. They are cautious because we did something they did not expect. They thought we were simple, but we are not. That is why they froze. That is why they are hesitant now. Lily studied the alien patterns carefully. Captain, I can predict their movements if we keep responding like this. They are trying to feel out our capabilities before making any decision. They want to know if we are dangerous. Ethan nodded slowly. Then let's continue. We will show discipline, intelligence, and restraint. Let them see humans for what we truly are. Outside, the alien fleet began to shift more noticeably. Small ships moved forward and backward, testing distances. The larger ship at the center remained still, observing, its energy pulses growing stronger. The humans could feel the tension, a subtle vibration in space that went beyond sound or light. It was almost as if the aliens themselves were alive and judging them. Suddenly, the lead alien ship fired a small probe. It zipped toward the horizon, fast and silent. Jason immediately noticed it on the sensors. Captain, they are sending a probe toward us. It's scanning our ship. Ethan remained calm. Do not fire, let it come. Show them that we are patient and disciplined. This is part of their evaluation. The probe approached the ship, and Mia extended the communication pulse to it. There was a moment of stillness, then the probe halted, almost as if confused by the human response. Slowly, it moved back toward the alien fleet, and the energy signals intensified as if the aliens were reacting to what they had learned. Lily whispered, "They didn't expect that. They were testing us and we passed, at least partially." Ethan's lips curled into a small smile. Humans are adaptable. That is our strength. Even when faced with a fleet we have never encountered, we can respond, think, and act without fear. The alien fleet shifted again, this time forming a looser circle around the horizon. The humans could see that the aliens were still cautious, but no longer frozen. There was curiosity now, and maybe even a bit of respect. Jason looked at the sensors. Captain, they are not attacking, not yet. They are observing, but they are keeping distance. I think they are trying to understand if we are dangerous. Ethan nodded. That's exactly right, and that gives us the advantage. We are calm, disciplined, and prepared. They are hesitant because we are different from anything they expected. Hours passed as the two sides continued their silent exchange. The humans maintained calm and steady signals, while the aliens responded with measured movements and energy pulses. Every small adjustment, every careful maneuver showed the aliens that the humans were not impulsive and not easily intimidated. Lily worked quietly, monitoring the ship's systems. Captain, if they wanted to, they could destroy us in seconds, but they are not doing it. They are curious. That curiosity is their weakness. Ethan looked out at the blackness of space, where the alien ships floated like giant, glowing statues. Exactly. Curiosity can be dangerous for them, but it is an opportunity for us. We will show them that humans are clever, disciplined, and brave. That is something no alien has truly seen before. Mia sent another set of pulses, this time more complex, showing that the humans could adapt quickly to new information. The aliens responded by moving closer, their formation tightening slightly but still cautious. Jason smiled faintly. They are learning. They don't realize it yet, but we are teaching them without firing a shot. Ethan nodded. That is the essence of being human. We don't just rely on weapons. We rely on intelligence, strategy, and the ability to adapt. That is why humans survive, and that is why they respect us, even if they don't admit it yet. The larger alien ship at the center began to emit a brighter energy pulse. The humans felt the vibration in the hull, but it caused no harm. Ethan studied the movement carefully. It's observing. It wants to understand what makes us different. Let's give it a clear answer: discipline, calmness, and ingenuity. Hours turned into a long stretch of quiet observation and careful interaction. The alien fleet continued to watch, sometimes shifting slightly, sometimes sending pulses but never firing weapons. The humans remained steady, adjusting shields, maintaining energy levels, and sending measured signals. Finally, the tension began to ease. The alien fleet slowly began to separate slightly, forming a larger circle around the horizon. Their energy pulses became rhythmic, almost like communication. The humans could see that the aliens were starting to respect their restraint and intelligence. Ethan exhaled slowly. They are beginning to understand. We did not attack. We did not panic. We responded intelligently. That has earned us a form of respect, and respect can be stronger than fear. Jason grinned. We are making history, Captain. They have never seen humans act like this before. We are rewriting what they think about our species. Lily nodded. And we did it without firing a single shot. That is more powerful than any weapon they could have used. Mia smiled faintly. I think they are curious, not just cautious now. They want to understand us. That is something new for them. Ethan looked at his crew, proud and calm. That is humanity. We are not the strongest by sheer force, but we are clever, brave, and disciplined. That combination is unstoppable. Remember this feeling. This is the first time an alien fleet has really seen humans, and they are learning quickly that we are not to be underestimated. Outside, the alien fleet hovered silently, observing, testing, and learning. The horizon moved carefully, demonstrating skillful maneuvers and a calm presence that communicated power without aggression. The humans had shown that they were not just another species to be feared or ignored. They were something new, something strong in ways the aliens could not yet fully understand. For the first time, the humans could feel it. They were not just explorers in an unknown sector. They were the embodiment of humanity itself, intelligent, adaptable, and brave. And in that moment, the aliens began to realize that encountering humans would never be simple. The first contact was not violent. There were no explosions, no screams of panic, no destruction. But in the silence of space, the humans had sent a message louder than any weapon. Humans were not to be underestimated. And from the alien perspective, that message was both fascinating and frightening. The horizon continued forward, ready for whatever might come next. The aliens watched, curious, cautious, and beginning to understand that humans were unlike any other species they had met. Captain Ethan Hayes looked at his crew and said softly, "This is only the beginning. The galaxy will know our name, and it will know the strength of humanity, not through fear, but through intelligence, courage, and calmness. Remember that." And in the cold, silent darkness of space, the human ship moved forward, calm and confident, while the alien fleet, once certain of victory, hesitated and wondered what they had truly encountered. The alien fleet moved cautiously, forming a loose circle around the human ship. Horizon. Captain Ethan Hayes stood on the bridge, watching the strange and powerful ships. He knew that the aliens were curious now, but curiosity could turn dangerous if not handled carefully. Jason Cole, the tactical officer, studied the sensor readings. "Captain, they are moving closer, testing our defenses. I think they want to see how fast we can respond." Ethan nodded slowly. "Good, let them test us. It's better they find out about our capabilities now in a controlled way than in combat. Keep shields ready, Jason. But stay calm." Engineer Lily Brooks checked the energy flow to the ship's shields. "Shields are at maximum, Captain. I've also routed extra power to the engines. If they try anything, we can move faster than they expect." Mia Grant, monitoring communications, tapped her headset. "Their energy signals are changing. I think they are signaling each other, trying to plan their next move." Ethan studied the alien fleet. "They are evaluating us. They think they can surprise us, but we've already proven we are quick to adapt. Let's see how far they want to push it." Suddenly, one of the smaller alien ships darted forward, moving aggressively toward the horizon. Jason's hands flew over the controls. "Captain, they are testing us. That ship is trying to get a read on our shields and weapons." Ethan stayed calm. "Do not fire yet. Let it come. Observe, analyze, and respond carefully." The alien ship approached, its glowing core pulsing as it scanned the human ship. Jason tracked every movement, noting the aliens' speed and trajectory. They are fast. Too fast for normal sensors. Lily leaned over the control panel. Their scanning pulse is hitting us, but shields are holding. They are trying to find weak spots. The probe-like ship circled the horizon, testing energy fields, shields, and engines. Ethan watched silently, observing the aliens' methodical approach. He realized they were not trying to attack. They wanted to measure to understand. After a few tense minutes, the alien ship pulled back slightly, and its energy pulses changed. Mia analyzed the signals. They are reporting back to the larger ship at the center. They are impressed or confused. Jason laughed softly. Confused is good. That means we are ahead of them. Ethan smiled faintly. Exactly. We do not need to win with firepower alone. Intelligence and calmness are our greatest weapons. They are learning that the hard way. Outside, the alien fleet adjusted. More ships moved forward cautiously, trying to surround the horizon from different angles. The humans could feel the tension. The aliens were powerful, but they had never faced a species like humanity, one that could adapt, respond quickly, and remain calm under pressure. Captain, Lily said, pointing to a screen, their formation is changing. They are testing multiple approaches at once. It looks like they want to see which method is fastest or most effective against us. Ethan nodded. Good, let's give them a proper demonstration. He turned to Jason. Prepare a tactical display, but keep it non-lethal. We need to show precision, not destruction. Jason's eyes lit up. Understood, Captain. I can simulate a defensive strike that disables engines without damaging hulls. That will get their attention without escalating tension. Ethan approved. Do it. Keep it sharp and clean. Make it count. Jason tapped the console, sending commands to the Horizon's defensive systems. A holographic display appeared on the main screen, showing the alien ships, movements, and potential strike points. The humans watched as the system analyzed the fleet, predicting their next maneuvers. Lily monitored the energy shields and engines, making adjustments to ensure that the ship remained fully operational. Everything is stable, Captain. We're ready for action. Mia continued sending communication pulses, simple signals showing that the humans were skilled but not aggressive. I'm keeping them informed in a subtle way. They'll see we are capable but not reckless. Ethan's gaze was steady. Good. Let them see that humans are clever and precise. That is the key to respect. Suddenly, the alien fleet made a coordinated move. Multiple ships advanced, surrounding the horizon in a tighter formation. Jason calculated their trajectories. Captain, they are testing our limits now. They want to see how fast we can respond when attacked from multiple directions. Ethan remained calm. Then we will respond, not with anger, but with skill. Jason initiated the simulation. The Horizon systems targeted the advancing ships, engines with non-lethal energy pulses. The pulses hit the alien ships with perfect precision, disabling their thrusters for a few moments before allowing them to recover. The aliens stopped in surprise, their energy signals pulsing rapidly. Mia smiled. They didn't expect that. We hit them accurately and they're still intact. Lily nodded. Our precision shows we are not just fast or strong, we are smart. That's something they cannot calculate easily. Ethan turned to his crew. Exactly, that is humanity. We don't just fight. We think, we adapt, and we remain calm. That is what makes us strong. The alien fleet responded cautiously. Smaller ships pulled back slightly, while the larger ship at the center remained still, its glowing core pulsing as if observing and learning. The humans could feel the awareness in its energy patterns. Jason tapped at the console. Captain, the central ship is sending a strong energy pulse. They are trying to understand how our shields handled the strike. Ethan studied the pulse carefully. Let them analyze. The more they understand, the more they respect us, and respect is stronger than fear. Outside, the alien fleet began to adjust, moving in patterns that tested the human speed, adaptability, and intelligence. Each movement from the horizon was calculated, precise, and controlled. The humans responded to every test without panic or error, demonstrating their skill and discipline. Lily smiled. They are learning. Every move we make teaches them something new. They thought humans were weak, but we are not. They are realizing it slowly. Mia added, and they cannot predict our responses completely. They are cautious because of that. They are not sure what we will do next. Ethan nodded. That uncertainty works in our favor. Humans are unpredictable in ways they cannot anticipate. That is a strength they will always struggle to overcome. The alien fleet continued testing, sending faster ships and complex patterns. The Horizon responded each time with calm efficiency, disabling engines, evading approaches, and sending communication pulses. The humans were showing a combination of skill, strategy, and courage that the aliens had never encountered. Hours passed as the testing continued. The aliens became more cautious with each approach. They stopped trying aggressive maneuvers and instead observed from a distance, sending energy pulses to communicate and analyze. The humans responded with intelligence and restraint, never attacking unnecessarily, only demonstrating capability. Jason finally leaned back, impressed. "Captain, they are backing off. They are curious now, but cautious. They have learned that humans are clever, fast, and precise. They will think twice before attacking." Ethan allowed a small smile. "Good, that is exactly what I hoped for." Humans do not need to prove strength through destruction. Intelligence, discipline, and courage are more effective. That is what makes humanity strong. Lily adjusted the shields one last time. "They are analyzing us, but they respect our skill now." "They might not like it, but they respect it," Mia nodded. "Their communication pulses are slower now. It's like they are thinking carefully about their next move rather than acting on instinct." Ethan turned to his crew. "This is what humans are capable of. Not because we have the strongest weapons, but because we have brains, courage, and calmness. Remember this moment. This is history being made in space." Outside, the alien fleet remained, observing, curious, and cautious. The Horizon had survived their first real test. The humans had shown their intelligence and adaptability, and the aliens had learned that humans were not to be underestimated. The ship continued moving forward, steady and confident. The crew knew that this was only the beginning, but they also knew that they had already made an impression that would last across the stars. Ethan looked at his crew, proud and calm. "We are not just explorers. We are humans, and this is our strength. Discipline, intelligence, and courage, those are the weapons that no alien can match completely. Never forget that." Jason smiled. "They will never forget us either, Captain, not after this demonstration." Lily added quietly, "And we didn't fire a single destructive shot." "That's even better. We showed skill, not violence." Mia nodded. "They are learning to respect us. That is more important than winning a battle." Ethan exhaled slowly, his gaze fixed on the distant alien fleet. "Exactly. Humans survive not by destroying everything, but by thinking, adapting, and staying calm under pressure. That is why humanity will always endure." The Horizon moved on, ready for whatever challenge would come next. Outside, the alien fleet remained, cautious and curious, beginning to understand that encountering humans was unlike anything they had ever faced. The first tests were over, and the humans had proven themselves in ways that no alien expected. And in the silent, dark reaches of space, the story of human ingenuity, calmness, and skill had begun to spread, even if the aliens themselves could not yet put it into words. The Horizon moved steadily through space, its hull glowing softly against the black void. Outside, the alien fleet hovered at a cautious distance, their massive ships pulsing with alien energy. Captain Ethan Hayes watched the formations carefully, knowing that the aliens were still learning, still measuring, still deciding how to react. Jason Cole, the tactical officer, was analyzing the alien movements on the console. "Captain, they are maintaining distance, but their energy pulses are stronger now. They are testing our limits again." Ethan nodded. "Good, let them test us. But this time we will show them what humans can do, not just react. Prepare the tactical systems, Jason. Precision and restraint, nothing more." Engineer Lily Brooks adjusted the energy distribution on the ship. "Shields are fully reinforced, engines at maximum. We can handle whatever they throw at us, Captain." Mia Grant monitored communication channels, sending energy pulse messages to the alien fleet. "They are responding faster now. Their pulses are less aggressive, more measured. They are curious, not hostile." Ethan turned to his crew. "This is our chance to earn their respect. We will not destroy them, but we will show them skill, strategy, and intelligence. That is how humans win without violence." The aliens began moving in a coordinated formation. Multiple small ships advanced toward the Horizon, weaving patterns that tested the ship's maneuverability. Jason tracked each movement carefully, calculating precise responses. "They are trying to surround us completely, Captain. It's a complex test." Ethan's hands rested lightly on the railing. "Let them surround us. We will respond with calmness, precision, and strategy. Prepare the non-lethal targeting system. Jason activated the systems. Holographic markers appeared, tracking the alien ship's engines, energy sources, and weak points. The system calculated the best response for each ship without causing permanent damage. The first wave of alien ships approached. The Horizon fired non-lethal energy pulses, disabling engines and forcing the ships to halt temporarily. The aliens pulsed back with energy signals, as if surprised and impressed by the humans' accuracy. Lily adjusted the shields in real time. All systems stable. No damage received. They didn't expect that level of control. Mia sent a steady stream of pulses to communicate intent. We are capable but not aggressive. Observe and learn. Ethan watched carefully. Exactly. Humans are strong not just because of weapons, but because of intelligence, courage, and patience. That is what they are beginning to see. The alien fleet responded cautiously. Smaller ships moved back slightly, while larger ones at the center pulsed with stronger energy. They were not retreating, but they were respecting the humans' skill. Jason studied the central ship. Captain, the large ship is observing us directly. Its energy patterns are changing. I think it is analyzing every decision we make. Ethan nodded. Let it. Every observation is a lesson for them. They will respect humans not for destruction, but for intelligence and discipline. The Horizon moved through the fleet, performing careful maneuvers, showing that the humans could respond quickly and accurately to complex threats. The alien ships tried to anticipate the humans' movements, but every time they made a new pattern, the Horizon adapted seamlessly. Hours passed. The aliens tested repeatedly, sending waves of small ships and adjusting energy pulses. The humans responded without aggression, only precision. Each test taught the aliens something new. They began to understand the humans' speed, intelligence, and patience. Jason smiled faintly. Captain, they are not trying to attack anymore. They are observing, analyzing, and learning. They are cautious, but they respect us now. Ethan allowed a small smile. Good, that is exactly what I wanted. Humans do not need to destroy to show strength. Intelligence and calmness are far more powerful than weapons. Lily studied the energy readings. They are signaling something to each other. I think they are sharing what they have learned. They are impressed by our precision and restraint. Mia added, and curious. They are still unsure of what we are capable of, but they know they cannot underestimate us. Ethan turned to the bridge crew. Remember this. This is the moment humans are proving themselves not just as explorers, but as a species that cannot be ignored. Intelligence, courage, and discipline, those are our greatest strengths. Outside, the alien fleet began to shift its formation. The smaller ships formed protective circles around the central ship, keeping a cautious distance. The larger ship at the center pulsed steadily, observing the horizon as if it were a living being studying another life form. Jason leaned over the console. Captain, they are sending coordinated energy pulses toward us. It's a test of our response speed and shields. Ethan nodded. Then we will respond, not with aggression, but with skill. The Horizon fired precise defensive pulses, intercepting the alien energy without damaging them. The aliens paused, studying the human response. Their patterns became slower, more deliberate. They were beginning to respect the humans' calm efficiency. Lily said quietly, Captain, they are learning. Every move we make teaches them something new. They thought humans were weak, but we are proving them wrong. Mia added, and they can feel it. Even without words, they understand our skill and intelligence. That is more powerful than weapons. Ethan looked out at the blackness of space. Humans survive not because we are the strongest, but because we are clever, patient, and disciplined. That is our power. And they are beginning to see it. Hours turned into a long stretch of silent observation and precise maneuvering. The alien fleet tested the horizon several times, but each time the humans responded with perfect efficiency. The aliens stopped trying to push aggressively and instead observed. They were learning from every decision, every move, and every pulse of energy. Jason smiled. Captain, they are beginning to respect us. They are not just cautious, they are impressed. They have never faced a species like this before. Ethan nodded. Exactly. Humans do not rely only on weapons. We rely on intelligence, adaptability, and courage. That is what makes us dangerous in ways they cannot fully understand. Lily adjusted the ship's energy distribution again. They are starting to keep distance now. Their formation is looser, more cautious. They are not leaving, but they are respecting our skill. Mia added. They are curious now. They want to understand us, but they are also careful. They know we are capable. Ethan looked at his crew, proud and calm. This is what it means to be human. We show skill without violence, courage without fear, and intelligence without arrogance. That is how humanity earns respect. Outside, the alien fleet floated silently, observing and analyzing. The horizon moved steadily, demonstrating skill, precision, and calmness. The humans had proven that they were not weak, not reckless, and not easily intimidated. Jason said quietly, "Captain, they will remember this. They will think twice before trying anything aggressive. They respect us now." Ethan nodded. "Good, respect is stronger than fear, and it will last longer. Humans survive because we are smart, adaptable, and brave. That is our true strength." The alien fleet began to adjust again, forming a protective circle around the central ship. They were no longer trying to test aggressively. They were observing, analyzing, and learning. The horizon continued its steady path, confident and calm. Lily smiled. "Captain, they are beginning to communicate more clearly through their pulses. They are curious but respectful. That is a huge change from when we first arrived." Mia nodded. "And they are not acting impulsively anymore. They are thinking, watching, learning. That is more important than any battle we could fight." Ethan exhaled slowly. "Humans survive not by destruction, but by intelligence, patience, and courage. And that is exactly what we have shown them. Remember this moment. This is history being made in space." The horizon moved forward, calm and confident. Outside, the alien fleet hovered, cautious and curious, beginning to understand that humans were a force unlike any they had encountered before. Captain Ethan Hayes looked at his crew and said softly, "We are not just explorers. We are humans, and this is our strength, intelligence, courage, and discipline. No alien fleet can underestimate us after this." Jason smiled. "They won't forget us, Captain, not after this demonstration." Lily added quietly, "And we didn't destroy a single ship. We showed power without violence. That is better than winning a battle." Mia nodded. "They are learning to respect us. That is more important than any victory." Ethan looked at the stars ahead. "Exactly. This is only the beginning. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and remain calm under pressure. That is why humanity will endure. That is why humanity will be respected across the stars." The horizon moved forward, ready for whatever challenge would come next. Outside, the alien fleet remained, cautious and curious, beginning to understand that meeting humans was unlike any encounter they had faced before. The first true display of human skill and discipline was over. The aliens had learned a lesson they would not forget. And in the silent, dark reaches of space, the story of human intelligence, calmness, and bravery had begun to spread, even if the aliens could not yet put it into words. The horizon moved steadily through the quiet expanse of space, its hull gleaming faintly against the stars. The alien fleet that had once surrounded it hovered at a cautious distance, their massive ships pulsating softly as if alive. Captain Ethan Hayes stood at the bridge, calm and focused. He knew this encounter was now entering a new phase. The aliens were no longer testing, they were learning, and their respect was growing. Jason Cole, the tactical officer, studied the alien fleet on the console. "Captain, they are stabilizing their formation. No more aggressive maneuvers. They are observing, but I think they are ready to communicate in a more meaningful way." Ethan nodded. "Good. Prepare to respond. We will continue to demonstrate intelligence and patience, not force. Keep all systems ready, but do not fire unless absolutely necessary." Engineer Lily Brooks adjusted the energy flow to the shields and engines. "Shields are fully reinforced. Engines are at maximum. We can handle anything, Captain, but they seem to be thinking rather than acting now." Mia Grant monitored communications, her fingers flying across the console. "They are sending energy pulses in patterns more complex than before. It feels intentional. I think they are trying to convey a message." Ethan studied the signals. "Let's see what they want." "Respond calmly, accurately, and clearly. Show them humans are intelligent and disciplined." The alien fleet began moving carefully, forming a loose semicircle around the horizon. The smaller ships kept a safe distance, while the central ship, enormous and glowing, pulsed steadily as if directing the others. Ethan watched, noting the alien precision and caution. Jason tapped the console. "Captain, they are approaching with coordinated patterns." "It looks like a formal gesture, not an attack. They want to test our understanding." Ethan nodded. Good, let's respond. Show that humans are capable of reading, interpreting, and acting wisely. Mia sent a sequence of energy pulses designed to acknowledge the aliens' signals. The response was almost immediate. The alien ships moved slightly, adjusting formation, their energy pulses glowing brighter. They were reacting to the humans' understanding, not aggression. Lily smiled. Captain, they are impressed. They didn't expect us to respond so accurately. We are showing skill and intelligence without using weapons. Ethan allowed a small smile. Exactly. That is what humans do. We survive, adapt, and think. Weapons are tools, but intelligence and calmness are our true strength. The alien fleet began a slow, deliberate movement. Smaller ships moved closer to the horizon, forming a protective ring around the larger ship. Ethan realized that the aliens were not hostile. They were curious and respectful. Jason said quietly, Captain, I think they are trying to show that they recognize our capabilities. They are giving us a form of acknowledgement. Ethan nodded. Then we accept it, respond with clarity and calm. Let them know that humans understand respect and can give it in return. Mia sent a complex series of pulses, signaling that the humans were aware, intelligent, and peaceful. The aliens reacted almost immediately, their formation stabilizing and energy pulses slowing. They were no longer testing, they were communicating. Lily added, they are responding in ways we can understand. This is incredible. They are treating us as equals, not threats. Ethan studied the fleet. That is exactly what I wanted. Humans do not have to destroy to gain respect. We earn it through intelligence, courage, and patience. The central alien ship emitted a strong pulse, and the surrounding ships followed with smaller pulses. Ethan and his crew felt the vibration through the ship. It was not threatening, but commanding, like the aliens were sending a message directly into the minds of the humans. Jason frowned, analyzing the signals. Captain, it's like they are saying they respect our skill. They recognize that humans are not to be underestimated. Ethan nodded. Exactly, that is humanity. We survive not by fear or aggression alone, but by intelligence, adaptability, and courage. They are beginning to understand that. Outside, the alien fleet shifted formation, creating a wide circle around the horizon. The smaller ships hovered near the central ship, and the massive ship at the center pulsed steadily, its energy flowing like a heartbeat. The humans could sense the alien awareness, a quiet acknowledgement that the horizon and its crew were exceptional. Lily whispered, Captain, they are trying to communicate without words. They are respecting our strategy and discipline. That is more meaningful than any battle we could fight. Mia nodded. And they are learning from us. They see humans as intelligent and capable. That is the highest form of acknowledgement they can give. Ethan turned to his crew. Remember this. Humans are strong not because we have the biggest weapons, but because we are smart, calm, and courageous. That is how we earn respect, even from species far older and more advanced than us. Jason smiled. They won't forget this. The way we handled them will be remembered across their fleets. Ethan's gaze stayed on the alien formation. Exactly. Respect is far more powerful than fear, and this is only the beginning. The galaxy will know that humans are not to be underestimated. The aliens began a coordinated movement, sending energy pulses in rhythmic patterns toward the horizon. Ethan studied the signals carefully. It's deliberate, not aggressive. They are trying to communicate clearly. Let's respond. Mia sent back precise pulses, showing understanding, intelligence, and peaceful intent. The aliens reacted immediately, their formations relaxing, their pulses slowing. It was a silent acknowledgement, a recognition of humanity's strength. Lily smiled. Captain, they are communicating respect. This is incredible. We've never experienced anything like this before. Ethan nodded slowly. Yes, humans have shown discipline, intelligence, and courage. They respect that, and respect is more valuable than any weapon could ever be. Outside, the alien fleet maintained a calm presence. The horizon moved steadily through the center of their formation, showing no fear, no hesitation, only skill and precision. Every movement was controlled, every response deliberate. The aliens could see that humans were not reckless but highly capable. Jason said quietly, Captain, I think they are acknowledging that humans are worthy of recognition. This is more than respect. They are impressed. Ethan nodded. Exactly. Humans survive not by overwhelming force alone, but by intelligence, courage, and calm under pressure. That is our true power, and the aliens are finally realizing it. Hours passed as the two sides continued their silent exchange. The humans demonstrated precision and strategy, while the aliens responded with energy pulses that conveyed understanding and acknowledgement. It was not combat, but a display of skill, intelligence, and mutual recognition. Lily adjusted the shields and engines. Captain, they are no longer testing us aggressively. They are observing, communicating, and respecting. That is more than I expected. Mia added, they are curious, cautious, and respectful. This is a historic moment. They are treating us as equals, not threats. Ethan allowed himself a small smile. Exactly. Humans are strong because we think, adapt, and remain calm. That is why we survive, and that is why we earn respect across the stars. The alien fleet slowly began to withdraw, forming a wide perimeter around the horizon. The central ship pulsed brightly, and the smaller ships maintained their positions, almost like a guard. It was a silent farewell, an acknowledgement that humans were formidable and not to be underestimated. Jason looked at the sensors. Captain, they are leaving, but I think they will remember this. Humanity has made an impression they cannot ignore. Ethan nodded. Good, that is all we needed. Humans do not fight to destroy, we fight to show intelligence, courage, and strength. That is how we earn lasting respect, Lily smiled. We've done it without firing a single destructive shot. That's even better. We've earned their recognition without bloodshed. Mia added, and they are learning from us. They will remember that humans are not simple or weak. That is a lasting impression. Ethan looked at the stars ahead. Exactly. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and remain calm under pressure. That is why humanity will endure. That is why we will be respected across the galaxy. The horizon continued its journey, steady and confident. Outside, the alien fleet slowly moved away, leaving the humans with the silent acknowledgement of their skill, courage, and intelligence. The first encounter was over, and the humans had proven themselves in ways no alien fleet had ever expected. Jason said quietly, Captain, they won't underestimate humans again, not after this. They've learned our abilities, and they've seen our calmness under pressure. Ethan nodded. Exactly. That is the true strength of humanity. We survive, adapt, and earn respect without unnecessary violence. That is why humans will endure no matter where the stars take us. Lily added softly, and we've shown them that discipline and intelligence are just as powerful as any weapon. That lesson will stay with them forever. Mia smiled. They will remember this. They cannot forget humans now. We've made history. Ethan exhaled slowly, feeling a deep sense of pride. Humans are not just explorers. We are capable, intelligent, and courageous. That is why humanity will always endure. That is why humanity will be respected. The horizon moved steadily forward, ready for whatever awaited in the vast galaxy. Outside, the alien fleet remained in memory, a reminder of a first encounter that changed how humans were viewed across the stars. The story of human intelligence, courage, and discipline had been written in the silence of space, and it would not be forgotten. And in that quiet, endless darkness, the humans continued on, not as mere travelers, but as a species that had proven itself worthy of respect, feared not for destruction, but admired for brilliance.